Lover baby boomers, and I'm your host, Dolores Clivert. And let's not forget our new co-host,
Erica Carmichael.
In the house. I love it. Welcome, Erica, again.
Yes.
You know, we have a serious topic going on right now. We're talking about grief, and we'll be talking about death in our next segment, part two. This is very serious. We're talking to seniors right now. The baby boomers are seniors,
Yes.
and we have a lot going on. But also, we have to take care of our health,
Yes.
so that we can live a quality life, making life easier on us and our family. And one way to do that is to eat healthy and put healthy things in our body.
Yes.
And with that being said, there's a book called Blend for Life. And it is written by myself. It is based on a health and wellness journey that I've had about 9 years ago with colon cancer. And I had to learn how to take care of myself and what to put into my system,
Yes.
so that I could be strong and live healthy.
Yes.
You know, because, you know, living to your 80 is good when you have a quality,
Yes.
when you're able to get out there and take care of your body, wash
Yes.
yourself, walk, eat, do everything for yourself.
Yes.
It may be slower, but you're able to do it.
Able to do it.
So if you want to learn how to make good quality smoothies to get your nutrition in, to get your minerals and vitamins in, Blend for Life can be found on Amazon.com. Or is it just Amazon? I'm not sure. But you can find it there. What is it, Erica?
Well,
Help me
now I
out.
think so many people have the app. For me, I have the app. I just go to my phone, hit the app. It comes up. You know, everybody, I think, not everybody, but most people have Prime, you know, now. And
Yeah.
so, but if they don't, they probably, I guess, would go to Amazon.com. If you don't already have it, I'm not really sure because I have Prime on my phone. And so, but yeah, go to Amazon.com and definitely get Blend for Life so we all can be healthy. And, you know, when we do go, we won't be going in such a bad state, you
Exactly. We have some quality
know?
for a while.
You might
right?
just go in your sleep peacefully and, you know.
Yeah,
Don't
so
have to-
Blend for Life. So
Blend for
Erica,
life.
you left off. We were talking basically about the different types of grief. Not everybody grieves the same.
Yes.
And it could be affected by conversation
Yes.
and talking about things prior. It could be affected just by the fact that you know, you're not prepared.
Right.
And we are all individual. Grief is different to everybody. We know
Yes, it
that,
is.
you know. So, what else would you like to say in reference to this? So let's move on.
Well, we can say just a few more things in reference to this, but I want to make sure that people really think about what helps them. And let's say this, whether grief is bad for you or whether it's good for you. If it seems that you're having a challenge with it, definitely go see a counselor. You know, don't try to do it on your own. You know, talk to people. Don't go, and that helps it not be bad. Mm-hmm. You know, don't go sit by yourself and in a corner, and just feel like this is how you're supposed to feel. This is what you're supposed to, you know, go through. Yeah, your things will hurt. You're gonna hurt. You know, because it's a person that obviously you cared about. At the same time, it doesn't have to be in such a sense where you can't get over it. Go get help, see a counselor, whether it's a grief therapist or whether it's your pastor at your church, or if you just have a friend that's okay with you just being able to release and talk to them.
Just to talk.
Yeah, you may need to get a dog
You
or
know,
a cat.
You know, okay, you're saying that, but you know, but dogs, they're there for us.
Yes, they are.
They are a pet. They love you. They'll listen. They may tilt their head and look at you.
A little crazy when you do something not so smart.
And that could bring you out, you know. They walk with you. They don't talk back.
Well, some. My dog talks
maybe.
back.
Okay.
We have a husky.
But really, pets are amazing.
Yeah. And they help you, through your grieving process, also. I know I was feeling I don't know what I was feeling one day, and the dog just came over and set his head on my knee. I said, I'm okay.
Because they read you.
They pick up on your spirit, all those things. They know when you need that hug. They know when you need this or that. They're in tuned in a totally different type of way. So all of those things help you, but definitely make sure that you get someone to talk to, or something to help you along if you notice that it's not going in the direction that it needs to go in.
Now, Erica, I would like to turn this a little bit.
Okay.
Now, we do when you grieve, sometimes you do need to contact a friend or somebody to talk to. You need to release it.
Right.
And if you go to a professional, it's different than going to a friend.
Yes.
And as a friend, I must say this: I've had friends that have lost people, and what I notice is that many times I don't know what to say to them.
Okay.
As a person who's there for them, but what I realize is this: sometimes the best thing for a friend to do, when you're the person that's listening, is to just be quiet and listen.
Yes, that is 100% the best thing. Don't try to insert all the time your opinion. I mean, we're talking about this now.
Yeah.
But if you're the listening person of the person that's grieving, sometimes it's just being there. I have a friend that's going through some things now. She's not grieving, but I was like, hey, I know we both like flowers. Let's just go and go to the nursery. We didn't talk about anything that she had going on. We went to the nursery. We looked at plants. We talked about plants. I didn't say anything. I picked her up, took her back. If she wanted to give me information, disclose something, I was there to listen. I just wanted to get her out of whatever the element was that she was at the time, to make sure it's like, okay, let's put a little bit of regular life in, but at the same time, the regular life that can give you some type of peace, so it's not like, oh, we're going to work.
Right.
You know.
Something that one, both of you liked.
Right.
And it would take her away out of that. Okay. One of the things that I had written in my book, Blend for Life.
Blend for Life.
It was a chapter called Take Time to Smell the Roses.
Yes.
And you just reminded me of that.
Yes.
And what I did, because I was going through a different kind of grief. I had colon cancer, stage 3, and that was scary.
Yes.
Okay, I went through a scare, and I was thinking about not just myself, my family, and things like that. And I was like, I'm too young to die,
Yes,
I went through that. But after everything was said and done, the medical procedures, this, that, and the other, you have to take time for yourself.
Yes.
And sometimes as a friend, you have to help them take time for their self.
Yes.
I'm also a flower person, and the botanical gardens was my place.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're not even going to.
Okay.
We're going to have a whole nother segment on the
Erica,
botanical garden.
That's us, okay? I would go there quite often, and
Yes.
sometimes I would just sit, I would walk, but it was always life around me, and that gave me life.
Yes.
Yeah, so,
Yes.
yes, helping someone in that way that's all it takes, and you don't have to touch on what is going on.
Right. You don't have to touch on what's going on. That's why I was so glad we were talking about, looking at grief in a good way, opposed to always looking at it in the worst way possible. I just felt like so many people only saw grief as I'm supposed to be crying every single, let's say it was a parent or a spouse or a child. I'm supposed to be crying every single day. I'm supposed to, have bags under my eyes from laying in bed and not getting out.
I'm so glad you're saying this. Yeah, people see it so negative sometimes.
It's like I'm supposed to go into the funeral home with my sunglasses on, and if I don't fall over in the casket or act like, then then obviously I'm not grieving and something is wrong with me.
There's a way to grieve. There's a way to grieve, and you do it this way. There is no way to grieve. You grieve the way you feel, and everybody feels and behaves differently. Okay?
Yes. Yeah. So it's just, just letting people know that it's okay. It's okay to grieve before the person passed. It's okay if, hey, you're the person who has to get everything together, so you don't have time to cry. So your cry comes later. It's okay if your cry is subtle. It's okay, if, your grief is totally different than crying. You may not be a crier. You see those people, they go and they didn't clean their house from top to bottom.
Oh, that's the way they get it out.
That's the way they get it out.
That's the way it is. Yeah.
And so it's just like grief does not have to look like the way that, quote unquote, when we were younger, back in the day, and we see people grieving, and it's just like, okay, so when I get older, that's the way I'm supposed to be when my parent or my sibling or my, this person has grief. Having grief in a good way doesn't mean you don't cry. Right. Having grief in a good way doesn't mean you're not feeling it.
Right.
It's the way that you approach it and how you're seeing it, and making sure that you still stay healthy in the process of you grieving.
Right.
Being able to take, from your friends. If your friend says, hey, let's go out and get something to eat, maybe they notice you ain't ate all week.
Right.
And it's like, okay, I need to help my friend out. Let's go eat. Let's get them or take them a meal, or something like that. And like you said, it doesn't always have to be where your family member or your friend has to be the talker. You just may need to be the person that sit there with them, or maybe the person, wants to cry. I remember before my dad actually passed, when he was in the hospital, and it felt like a lot was building up because all the stuff I knew I would have to do. And I remember going into my pastor's wife's office and letting her know. And then all of a sudden, it's like I just had like one cry, and it was a releasing of all the stuff I had to do.
It all just came out.
Right. So that part wasn't him dying. That part was just, okay.
With all going on.
I can just hug this person and just sit here and just let that out. And it's like, okay, because I know I got to call this person and call that person and do this and do that and do this. So grief comes in so many different stages. It comes in different places. And, like you were saying, grief doesn't only come from someone dying.
No.
You grieve so many things. You can grieve your health. You can grieve the loss of a job.
Your house may burn down.
Yes.
And you can grieve that because it means so much to you.
Yes.
Grief can come from a lot of different things.
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
And so the way that we approach it is all in how we grieve.
Yeah. So the way that we approach things helps you with the choices that you make or have left to make by what you do and, by the way you approach things. And many people our age, the baby boomer age, and even younger, we tend to lose our balance and we tend to have more accidents than people who are younger and healthier. And I know so many people who have fallen. So, medical alert. Medical alert is my friend.
Yes.
Because it helps. It's the word that I use for medical alert is safety. So many people fall and can't get up. You remember that commercial? Some of y'all do.
I remember.
And there's nothing worse than can't get up, have no cell phone, nobody's around. But if you had medical alert, you will have a friend there. It will dictate if you have fallen. And if you need help, it knows GPS, it knows where you are, and it's going to send help for you.
Yes.
At $25 a month, Lively will give you that safety, that help. And we offer that through For the Love of Baby Boomers. You can go on our YouTube page and you can get that information. YouTube, For the Love of Baby Boomers.
For the Love of Baby Boomers.
We'll be back.